All right, so this is day number 11. So here we're going to talk about our finances. We'll talk about words to explain the order of events. We have a reading activity, the Mustard Hoax. We'll talk about criminal actions, true crime stories about Amanda Berry, and exploring American culture. First, let's talk about money, finances. Do you keep your money in a bank?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I think nowadays just about everybody.
Sometimes.
What do you think are the advantages and disadvantages of keeping your money in a bank?
One advantage, I think, is your money is safe
Yeah.
and
Yeah, that's a huge advantage, right? If you have a whole lot of money, $10,000, $20,000, $50,000, whatever, anybody can just come into your house and take it. So if it's at a bank, it's much harder to get. And even if somebody were to go into the bank and rob it, that money is typically insured by the federal government. So even if somebody robs your bank, you're more than likely not personally going to lose your money. They have security features in place there. So good. Okay. So security, safety, big advantage. What do you think, Danya?
This disadvantage, I think one disadvantage is almost the banks. I need to pay to the bank for my account or something like that.
Yeah, the banks charge money for what they do.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Uh-huh.
You could just keep your money under your mattress. Yeah, just to have a bank account typically doesn't cost money, but if you ever make some type of mistake, you overdraw your accounts or you don't pay a bill on time or something like that, that's where the fees come in. So yeah, if you're not careful, it can cost you money. That's true. And there's not a whole lot you can do about it. If the bank decides to charge you money, yeah. Much out of luck.
You have to pay.
Yeah. All right. Can anybody else think of another advantage or disadvantage for keeping your money in a bank?
Not like the better, how do you say disadvantage?
I'm sorry?
How do you say that? Disadvantage?
A disadvantage?
Disadvantage?
Well, an advantage is a ventaja, and then a disadvantage.
No, I know what is that, but I don't know how to say that word.
How do you pronounce it? Disadvantage.
Disadvantage. All right.
Disadvantage.
I think that disadvantage is that when the people from the bank is calling you and calling you and calling you.
Oh yeah, if they're calling you too much, yeah. I don't know if it's really a disadvantage, but it can be kind of annoying.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you prefer to pay by card, check, or cash? And what are the advantages of each?
I usually pay by card.
Yeah?
Yeah, the advantage, I think, is more easy.
It's easier.
Easier, it's easier.
Yeah, but paying by a credit card can be very easy, very convenient. Anybody else?
Well, and sometimes pay with cash because not all the stores has the machine to pay with the card.
I'm sorry, say that again.
The sometimes you have to pay with cash because not all the stores use the machine to pay with the card.
Oh, really? What store have you been to at Waterloo that doesn't accept a credit card?
For example, I live here in Aurora, and near from here, it's like I don't know how to say. Um, it's like a parking garage there, and
Okay.
people sell food in food trucks, a lot of food trucks,
Oh, yeah. Okay.
and
Like in a street vendor. Yeah, certain street vendors might not take cards. That's true.
yeah.
Yeah. I was going to say most like formal stores that you walk into are taking cards.
No, I think that all of them take the card.
Yeah. No, but you're right about the food trucks or vendors out on the street selling stuff. Yeah. Okay. Does anybody ever use checks to pay for anything?
Just sometimes,
No.
but just when I have to send that payment, I use checks, but
Yeah. For sending a payment in the mail,
yeah,
you never want to send cash in the mail.
no,
You will never get that money back.
no.
No.
If the check is risk, but
Okay, yeah. So checks can be safe. Credit cards can be convenient. What about cash? What are the advantages of using cash?
Mm.
I
Well,
think
for example, when you're in a restaurant and it's complicated when all of the people there that were with you want to pay with the card, and you say the hostess, can you take this ticket with the card? Can you take this other ticket with the other card? And can you
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So in certain
and
situations,
if you if you
if you ever want to split the cost of something, using cash can make that easier. Good. Were you gonna
yeah,
say,
for example, if
Tanya?
you have a ticket about 100 and there are two people, well, I have 50 bucks and the other person I have the other 15. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah, cash can be just easier sometimes. Were you gonna say something, Danya?
yeah, I think with the cash, you know how much you spent.
I think that's a really important thing
yeah,
to
Yeah,
talk about. Yeah. It's when you have a credit card or a check, because you don't actually see the money leaving, you can get yourself into trouble. With cash, you know
yeah.
exactly how much money you're spending. That's true.
hmm
Good. Do you keep all of your important and personal documents in a safe place,
yes,
like driver's
Yeah.
license, birth certificate, social security, that sort of thing? Yeah. Good.
yeah,
Well, my driver license is in my wallet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully your wallet is a safe place, right?
I think so.
Hopefully, yeah. How are finances different in the United States from in your native country? Is bank culture different, etc.? Do you see any differences between the way we do things here in the United States versus your home countries?
I think it's the
Mm,
same.
I'm sorry?
I think it's the same. It's not different.
More or less the same? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Do people in your country use cash more than cards? And is it changing with time?
I think
Yeah,
in my country use more cash.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
true.
Is it starting to change though, do you think, or
No.
no? People still prefer using cash?
In Mexico, it's more easy to take your information with the card, you know?
Oh, so like to have your credit card stolen?
Yeah, the information. Yeah, I think so.
Really? There's a lot of activity. I mean, that happens here too, but you're
Yeah.
like if it happens, it's all protected, so you get it doesn't happen a lot. It's happened to me at least one time, but I got all my money back.
Me too.
Yeah, they called me up and said, "Hey, did you go to Walmart and the Sports Authority and all these other places?" And I'm like, "What? No, I didn't go to any of those places." And they said, "Well, where's your credit card?" And I looked, and I actually had my credit card. And so somebody made a copy of it, but they with no questions asked, they gave me all the money back right away. So, yeah. Okay, good. All right. We've got some time words, okay? Before is the time preceding or prior to an event. After is the time following some sort of event. When can be used to talk about something that is at the same time or can express a change in activities. While is a word that we use to compare two activities that are taking place at the same time. Okay? So try and fill in the blanks here. Let's start with you, Araceli. Number 1.
I get out of bed. After I take a shower.
You get
No.
out of bed after you take a shower?
No. Get out of bed. Salgo de la cama.
Before?
Before, yeah.
Before.
I get out
Sorry.
of bed before.
Sorry.
All right,
Yeah.
try number
I
2.
keep using get out, sorry.
Okay. Dania, number 2.
I get dressed for work after I shower.
Good. Eduardo, number 3.
I always brush my teeth when I go to bed.
That's acceptable. I'm going to say here, technically it should be before, but I would say when I go to bed, I brush my teeth. Yeah. So it's okay. All right, go ahead. Number 4, Araceli.
I was driving when you called me.
Perfect. Yeah. Good.
The air always smells good when it rains. After. Okay.
I'll accept it. When is okay? When is acceptable? After it rains or when it rains, both acceptable.
Well, I think that could be maybe while it rains.
If you say while, you technically should say while it is raining.
Oh, all right. Yeah, it's raining. Okay.
Because you have to show a simultaneous activity that is happening at the same time. So
Yeah.
all right, number 6, Eduardo.
My mom likes to sing when she cooks.
Good.
Please turn off your phones when class starts.
Yeah.
Oh,
And I'll accept that. Here we have before class starts, but I'll say when class starts too. Both acceptable. All right, Danya, last one, number 8.
He looked up from his book when he heard a knock on the door.
Great. Nice job. All right, Eduardo, what is your routine before you go to bed?
All right, my routine before I go to bed, well, depends the day, because when it's Monday or Wednesday, I'm on my English class.
Yeah. Okay.
So if it is Monday like today, um, before I go to bed, I ate something and then I took a shower. After that, I took my English class and then that's it. I go to bed.
Good. What do you do after you wake up in the morning, Araceli?
There. Usually, I get up at 5:30 in the morning and prepare lunch to my husband.
For my husband.
For my husband.
Danya, do you like to sing while you're in the shower?
Yes, I like to sing when I take a shower. When I take a shower.
What do you do when you get home from work, Eduardo?
What I do when I get home is cook something to eat, and after that I take a shower.
Okay. Araceli, what was your family doing when you got home last night?
They were making dinner.
Okay, good. Danya, are you going to do anything after class today?
I am going to clean my kitchen.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right, fair enough. Okay, guys, I'm going to tell you a story. This is a real story. While I was traveling through South America, I got robbed one day in Bolivia. It was a very frustrating experience because I was scammed by a group of professional thieves that played a trick on me to get my backpack. I couldn't believe that I fell for the trick, especially because I found out later that it was a very common trick that thieves played on tourists to steal their belongings. While living in Argentina, a friend and I decided to travel to Peru to see Machu Picchu, one of the great wonders of the world. First, we went to a travel agency to plan our trip. While we were there, we investigated all of the different options like flying and taking buses. Due to our budget, we decided that the best option would be to take a bus from Cordoba to Santa Cruz, Bolivia. After getting to Santa Cruz, we could fly to La Paz, and then it was going to be an easy bus ride to cross the border into Peru. When we finished making our plans, we bought our tickets and left for our adventure. When I got back to my apartment, I packed a small suitcase with clothes and put my important belongings in my backpack, which included my passport and plane tickets. Later, I met up with my friend at the bus station, and we headed north to Santa Clara. It was a very long ride overnight, and we slept a little while we were traveling on the bus. We had to spend the day in Santa Cruz while we waited for an overnight flight to La Paz. Luckily, there was a big festival happening that day, so we went to it to kill some time and learn about some of the local Bolivian culture. Okay. That night, we boarded a plane to La Paz. We arrived very early in the morning the next day. Our plan was to take a bus from the airport to the bus station. After we arrived in La Paz, we found a bus and headed to the bus station. Unfortunately for us, it stopped about 2 blocks away, and we had to walk the rest of the way. I'm not sure if the thieves were on the bus or were waiting for me at the bus stop, but they executed their plan with razor-sharp precision. After the bus stopped and we got off, a little old lady tapped me on my shoulder. She told me that I must have put my backpack down in mustard on the bus because it was all over me and my bag. Luckily, she had some napkins with her and started helping me clean off. While I was cleaning myself off, she somehow got me to set my back down and turn around. Someone else had my friend distracted, and before I knew it, I realized that my backpack was missing.
Mm-hmm.
I asked my friend if he had it, and he said he thought I had it. After this, I turned around again to look for the lady with the napkins, but she had mysteriously disappeared. I couldn't believe it. That seemingly sweet, innocent little lady that I had just thanked for helping me clean off the mustard had actually robbed me. I don't know how many people were involved, but they managed to distract us long enough to make off with my backpack in record time, which meant I was stuck in La Paz without my passport or my return plane ticket. Our trip to Peru was canceled, and now I had to focus on getting a replacement passport and getting back to Argentina. Luckily, I kept my money and credit cards in my pockets, so the robbers only made off with my passport, plane ticket, and a little schoolwork. We went to the American Embassy to report the crime and to request a new passport. I looked up the address in a guidebook and we hailed down a taxi to take us there. On the way to the embassy, I read an article about common scams to avoid while in La Paz, and of course the mustard hoax was among those listed. I felt humiliated. At the embassy, I filed a police report. I was told that I would never see my backpack again. I also learned that La Paz was actually a very dangerous place and that we were lucky to have gotten away that easily. Okay. You understand the story? Yeah?
Yeah.
Yep. All right. So tell me, somebody, how was the mustard hoax executed? What happened?
Mm,
Do you understand the question?
No.
No? Well, okay. Well, talk to me. Talk to me. I'm sitting here waiting for an answer and you don't understand. So tell me, Danya, what is confusing you about this question?
The mustard axe
Hoax.
is like the plates or
The hoax is the trick. The trick, the scam, the hoax. What do you call it in Spanish? Una estafa? Something like that?
sí.
like engaño.
Uh-huh. La trampa. Fue una trampa, un engaño, una trampa. Un truco, right? They did a trick. A hoax. That's what a hoax means. It's a hoax.
Yeah.
And a hoax tends to be just a little bit like more involved. There's details, there's a plan, you know, it's not just kind of a simple thing. There was an elaborate process. So how was the mustard hoax executed? What happened?
The lady was distracting you.
Yeah.
And I think the other people take your backpack.
Yeah, there must have been at least 2 or more people involved.
Yeah, I think so too.
Somebody squirted me with mustard.
Oh yeah, it's
Somebody was
the first person.
The lady give her.
Somebody started cleaning me up, you know, somebody offered to help me, and that's what
And
distraction.
you.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And somebody else grabbed my backpack and ran. It was so fast. They did it so fast. It was amazing. It was amazing how they did it. I can't believe how they did that. And there was 2 of us because it was me and a friend. So there was somebody else distracting my friend too.
4 people.
Hmm?
Have you ever
4
seen
people.
this movie? The name is Focus.
I'm sorry? The what movie?
Focus.
Focus?
Yeah,
No.
I don't think so.
it is something like that, that people just stole people, and they show you how that things happen. And it was like like the same. They are on a festival or something like that, and while somebody is helping you, the other person is behind you stealing you something.
Mhm. Is it like a fictional movie or is it a documentary?
No, it's a fictional movie.
Fictional movie. Sounds interesting. Do you
Yeah,
know?
it's from this actor Will Smith.
Oh, Will Smith's in it.
Yeah,
Huh. I'll have to check that out. I don't know. I like Will Smith a lot.
it's really really entertaining.
Okay. I'll have to look for that. Do you know of any similar scams like this?
No.
No.
What is his games?
A scam, a trick, a hustle.
I have seen similar scams in the airports. For example, when the people traffic with drugs,
Okay.
yeah, there's a program in is about everything the traffic of drugs in the airport. They use usually they change the baggage, the yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for example, you going walking and other people crash with you. And that time that everybody is just trying for the lo que aconteció. And that at this moment they change the other people take the other baggage and
Wow.
take the drugs and everything is taken for is recording and
Yeah.
the police can take the people.
Yeah. So that's something that can happen a lot when you're traveling in
Yeah.
airports, bus stations, train stations. If somebody ever bumps into you, you have to be careful because oftentimes, like in this situation, for me, they squirted me with mustard and then distracted me like that. But a lot of times somebody will bump into you and somebody else like will take your wallet out of your pocket or something like that.
Yeah.
You have to be really careful when you're traveling like that. Mhm.
Or things like that, teacher, happen in the subway.
They can happen in the subway, yeah. I'm not sure because they didn't. I'm very very super aware when I'm traveling of stuff like this. When that day they got my backpack, it was just amazing that they did it because I am usually so aware when I'm traveling like this. But one day
Yeah.
when I was traveling in Europe and I was on the train in Paris, on the subway in Paris, that happened to, I was with one of my friends and somebody bumped into him and he's very sure that the guy was trying to pickpocket him, where you go into the pocket and steal the wallet.
Yeah. Mhm.
It was a very awkward encounter, but we had been warned that you have to be really careful, and so we kept our money in the front pocket, and especially in a crowded area like that, we would keep our hands in our pockets, and yeah.
Yeah. The
Very,
first time when I went to Mexico City, the capital,
uh-huh.
and then they say that the usual mm, way to move uh, crossing the streets and the city was the subway. But at the same time, that they told me that just be careful when you with your things. Try to take everything with you almost all the time because there's a lot of people that can take your things and you never know.
Yeah. Here in Denver, we don't really have to worry about this too much, but in big cities around the world, it's something you really have to worry about. Here in New York City, you have to be really careful. There's a lot of that stuff that happens in New York City.
Yeah.
Have you ever been the victim of a scam or a trick?
Mm,
No.
No?
no, to share.
Okay, you're lucky.
Thanks of God. No.
What's that?
Oh, yeah,
Thanks of
me.
God, no.
What do you want to say, Eduardo?
Yes. 2 months ago, I was on I was on Facebook, and then I saw that some like a company was selling uh mm, a a boot, but that's the name Caterpillar,
Okay.
and then they are selling that boots, and then I asked about that, and they told me that yeah, you can buy one, and the other one is a 50%, and then we will give you a jacket, and and that's it. We will send you to your address and everything. And then they show me the tickets, the person who bought the same things and everything. And then all right, I want two pairs and this my direction and everything. And then they told me that I had to make a deposit or transfer the money. And then I told them, oh, I want to transfer. They give me the account number, and then I did everything. It wasn't a lot. I think like $150, and the next and then I did it, and then I asked him about my ticket to check because they said they're going to send it about by the DHL,
Huh?
DHL,
Okay.
and then all right, and I did everything in 2 hours, 3 hours, and I asked about my ticket, and he told me, "Oh, we're closed right now. I forgot to send you the ticket. I will do that tomorrow." And then okay, and then the next day they blocked me on the Facebook, and that's it. I lost my money.
Wow. Did you report that to someone?
I reported on Facebook about that page on Facebook that people selling that things, the books, and that's it. They told me, "All right, we want to close that page. That's all that we can do because they cannot return me my money."
Wow. What about the police? Because that's, a fraudulent crime.
Yeah,
Yeah. Um, but you just transferred money from your bank account to another bank account?
yeah.
What did your bank say?
Well, I told them, and then they told me that just be careful when you are buying things on the internet, and if they report that account, and they told me we want to report that account, and nobody can make another transferences about to that account,
Yeah.
but that's it. We cannot do more things because they told me that they can give me back my money when I do not that thing, when I did that thing.
Wow.
But if you are buying, if you are doing that, we cannot do that.
Yeah, you should that's what credit cards are for.
Yeah,
Credit cards have safety nets built into them. So if you buy something with a credit card and the person doesn't give it to you, you can call your credit card company and they'll give you your money back. But in
really.
that situation, I never give my bank information to anybody. That's very, very suspicious and very dangerous.
Yeah,
I'm sorry that happened to you. That's unfortunate.
yeah. I love that book. Really love it.
How did that make you feel when that happened, Eduardo?
I was really angry because I was working.
Yeah. Yeah, it really makes you feel bad to get taken advantage of like that.
Yeah.
So what are some ways that you can avoid falling for something like that? My recommendation in a situation like that, because here in the United States, we buy everything online, and it's often you see something on Facebook that you'll buy online. But one thing is I would never give somebody my bank account routing number like a cash transfer like that through a bank account, that sounds very suspicious to me right off the bat. So when you make purchases online from people that you don't know very well, should be done with a credit card for sure. Another thing is to do a little bit of research too. You know, if you're ever going to buy something, make sure that they have a website and you know where their address is and that sort of thing. Because there's a lot of scams, especially on the internet. There's a lot of scams on the internet. You have to be really careful.
Yeah.
And on the phone too.
Yeah. What other safety advice would you give to somebody traveling to your country?
Well, just walk safe, and when you are in other country that you don't know, I prefer use my front bags in my pants to put my wallet and not in the back.
Yeah.
So I can say that.
That's good. Yeah. What else?
Mm. And try to don't have a lot of cash in your bags. Just the less that you can,
Yeah.
because you can pay the Lyft or Uber with your card, and almost all the stores use the machine to pay with cards, so you can have just, for example, Mexico, 200 or 300 pesos, Mexican pesos.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm always amazed, you know, when I'm at the school, when I'm signing people up for English classes and Spanish classes and stuff, and how people will come in with just, you know, $1,000 in cash, you know, like, whoa, I don't even want that much money, you know, because you can get robbed. Walking around with a small amount of cash is very good advice. All right, good. Let's see here. Has anybody ever been victim of a crime like breaking and entering, robbery, mugging, theft, etc.?
In entering is when somebody entering your house.
Into your house or your car too? They could just break a window or something like that.
Yeah, when I was 18 years old,
What happened?
I was driving with my girlfriend in my truck, and we bought some tortas. And when we were on the light was red, and then I saw somebody from the window, and when I turned to my left, somebody was there, and he told me, "Get out of the truck." And I was like, "Really?" And yeah, really, come on. And other guy was on the other side of the truck, so he said the same thing to my girlfriend, and they stole my truck.
Wow. So did they have a gun?
Yeah, two guns.
So that's called carjacking. You got carjacked. Oh man, I'm really sorry to hear that, Eduardo. That's, oof.
Yeah, it was, come on, o sea, it was on the light. There was a lot of cars there,
Yeah. Wow. Yeah,
but
that's
it was like almost 10 years ago.
10 years ago. Wow. Was that here in
Yeah.
Colorado?
No, no, it was in Mexico.
It was in Mexico. Yeah. That doesn't
Yeah, and
happen very much here. I heard about a series of those that happened last year. Some like right around Commerce City area somewhere. People were doing that, but it's pretty rare here in Denver. Yeah, that's bad.
Oh, and the last year, teacher, I was living in Thornton, and then I was living with some friend, and somebody stole his truck.
Really?
Yeah, I was sleeping, and
Just while they were sleeping, yeah. Grand Theft Auto.
yeah, and then I heard something, and when I watched from by the window, and I saw the truck, turned on the truck, and then I thought, oh my God, it's, we have to go to work. Oh, I forget it. Oh my God! And then he he started the truck. He put reverse, and he crashed the car behind him.
Oh,
And then I thought, come on, he's not my friend. And then, oh my God, somebody's stealing the truck.
oh no. Wow.
Yeah, and that's it. We called the police and we said what happened and everything. Uh we did him the plate license, and that's it. Like 2 weeks or 3 weeks after that, they found the truck, but it was crashed everything.
Yeah.
Oh my
So
God.
so we can do nothing with that.
Wow. Yeah, that's no good. All right, so we're gonna pretend like you're the victim of a crime. So let's practice with you, Araceli. Imagine that somebody stole your car, okay, and you saw the person, okay?
Okay.
Danya is a police detective, so she's going to come over and do an investigation, okay? So you need to be able to describe the suspect and give her a description of what happened, okay? Let's practice. Go ahead.
Is that you, Araceli, or me?
Danya, you're the detective,
Okay.
and Araceli, you're the victim of the crime.
Did you see what happened?
Yeah, I was in the store. So when I get out, I saw a man. He was getting to my car. So he was tall, and the black hair. His hair was black. He looks like he's Hispanic. Hispanic, and he was wearing blue shirt and khaki pants. I think that's it. He was younger.
Younger?
Yeah.
Around what time that happened?
It was around the 6:00 p.m.
Can you tell me more details about your car?
My car is an white SUV, and GMC. Oh my God.
Sierra, no es.
You're doing good. Doing good?
Sweetheart.
Yes, Roger, sí. You know more. Did
Yeah.
you find it? Okay.
No, but I take my notes and I make the report. And if I know something about your car, I call you. I will call you.
Okay, I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
All right, good job, okay? All right, let's go on to the next activity. We're gonna listen to Amanda Berry's 911 call and then answer the following questions, okay?
Así que quieres aprender inglés. Aquí te... It's Piers Morgan live. Three young missing women being found after a decade. We now have the 911 call of one of those women, Amanda Berry, who went missing 10 years ago when she was about to turn 17. This is her call to Cleveland police.
Cleveland 911. Help me, I'm Amanda Berry. You need police, fire, or ambulance? I need police. Okay, and what's going on there? I've been kidnapped and I've been missing for 10 years, and I'm here. I'm free now. Okay, and what's your address? Tell me so. Looks like you're calling me. I can't hear you. It looks like you were calling me from. I'm using the phone. Okay, stay there with those names and talk to the police when they get there. Okay. Okay, talk to the police when they get there. Okay. Hello? Yeah, talk to the police when they get there. Okay, I'm on the way right now. We're going to send them as soon as we get a car open. No, I need them now before we get back. All right, we're sending them, okay? Okay, I mean, who's the guy you're who's the guy who went out? His name. All right, how old is he? He's like 52. All right, and Amanda Berry. I've been on the news for the last 2 years. Okay, I got that here. And you said, what was his name again? And is he white, black, or Hispanic? I'm Hispanic. What's he wearing? I don't know, because he's not here right now. That's why I got away. When he left, what was he wearing? It's okay. What? Right, the police are on the way. Talk to them when they get there. Okay? I told you they're on the way. Talk to them when they get there, okay? All right, okay. Thank you. Bye.
Incredibly emotional voice there of Amanda Berry, who went missing in Cleveland 10 years ago, has now been found along with two other missing women held in a house together for the last decade.
Hold on. All right. Could you hear that okay?
A little bit.
A little bit. How many women were found?
I think 3.
Yeah, 3. All right. Where were they found?
The place or the state?
Either way. What did you?
Cleveland? No?
What?
Cleveland?
Cleveland. Yeah. Yeah. Good. Good, Tanya. And they were found in a house. How long were they held captive?
I'm not sure.
Did anybody catch it?
No.
10 years.
Hmm?
10 years. How old was she when she was kidnapped?
I think 10 years.
And what is she afraid of? Why does she need help immediately?
But she's afraid that the men
Yeah,
came back.
of the kidnapper. exactly.
Yeah, came back.
How old is her alleged captor?
I'm not sure it's 22 or 32.
Said 52. 52.
52.
52. That's okay, but you heard the two, so that's pretty good. All right.
It's a little bit harder.
Let's try another one of these.
I just signed criminal complaints charging Ariel Castro with 4 counts of kidnapping and 3 counts of rape. These 7 criminal complaints are first-degree felonies. The defendant will be arraigned tomorrow morning in Cleveland Municipal Court, and his case will be transferred over to the Cuyahoga County Court of Common Pleas. The Cuyahoga County Prosecutor's Office will then proceed with the prosecution of these criminal cases. This case will proceed to the Cuyahoga County Grand Jury, at which time I expect will result in indictments on these charges and may result in additional counts. As it relates to Pedro and O'Neill Castro, no charges will be filed against these 2 individuals at this time. There is no evidence that these 2 individuals had any involvement in the commission of the crimes committed against Michelle, Gina, Amanda, and the minor child. However, both of them do have outstanding Cleveland Municipal Court warrants for misdemeanor cases. These misdemeanor cases for Pedro and O'Neill will both be heard tomorrow morning in Cleveland Municipal Court.
All right. So what crimes will Ariel Castro be charged with?
Kidnapping?
Kidnapping? And there was one other crime. You said the other one was rape.
Rape?
Kidnapping and rape. Are these serious crimes?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, super serious. Are his brothers Pedro and O'Neill going to be charged?
I don't think so.
No.
Yeah, it said they will not. They did not have any evidence
Evidence, yeah.
that they were involved. What is going to happen to his brothers Pedro and O'Neill?
They have to be there tomorrow in the morning.
Yeah, they did.
Little court, something like that.
They had to go to court for something else. They said they both had outstanding warrants for other crimes, but not for the kidnapping and rape. So, okay. Well, you're getting it. It's hard to watch American TV, but every time you do it, you'll understand more and more. So good. What do you think should be the punishment for such crimes?
I don't know the name in English. Cadena perpetua? ¿Cómo se diría en inglés?
What's that?
Cadena perpetua.
I don't know what that means.
Punishment.
Punishment es castigo.
Uh-huh. But I don't understand what you're trying to say, Danya.
Cadena perpetua when he stay in the jail all the life, or ¿cómo se dice?
All life.
That's what we call it, life. Life. So life imprisonment.
Okay. Life imprisonment.
Yeah, going to jail for life. Okay. Yeah, I mean, kidnapping, like when you kidnap somebody, you pretty much have just taken their life away from them. Even if they survive, they're going to be messed up forever, probably. Okay, yeah, life imprisonment. How do you think Ariel Castro was able to keep the women hidden for 10 years? How did he do it for 10 years?
I think he have the women in the basement, no?
He had the women in the basement?
The
Okay.
women.
Yeah, he must have had them locked up pretty good. A combination of fear and locks and chains. I don't know. That's seems like it would be very hard to keep somebody against their will for 10 years. You know, that's a really long time. And then finally, he made a mistake. That's just incredible.
Yeah.
Wow.
If this crime happened in your country, what would happen? How would the police and justice system in your country deal with a situation like this?
Nothing happened.
Nothing?
I don't think so.
If Ariel Castro has money, nothing happens.
Oh, yeah. In Mexico is very different justice than
But
here.
there are people in jail in Mexico. Somebody goes to jail, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but sometimes the people who are in jail is not guilty. It's just for the police or the politics have to get
A guilty person.
some people for I don't know how to explain, but
Okay.
it's really bad.
If you think there might be a crime being committed, would you call the police?
If you think there might be a crime. If the question is like I see a crime like that,
Yeah.
maybe I call the police.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
If I am sure, I call the police.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Do you think we can learn any lessons from this situation? No? Yes? No?
What lesson do you think can be learned? I think I need more punishment for people like
For the bad guys. For the bad.
yeah.
Okay, guys. All right, homework, lesson number 11. So make sure you do all your homework, okay?
Uh-huh.
So you should have the book, you should do the homework, and then you should send me the homework so I can review it. So I can check it for you, okay? All right, I'll see you on Wednesday, okay?
Okay.
Any questions for me before we wrap class up for tonight?
No.
No questions for me? No?
No, any questions?
Okay, guys. I'll see you on Wednesday, okay? Have a nice
Thank you. See you. You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, Araceli.
Bye, Dania.